something that made us a little bit less happy this week. We've been talking about food wars and our
For
anticipation
like a
of it.
year.
Yeah, forever. It is kind of a big thing here,
Yeah.
if you didn't know. And Callie's been reviewing it.
I have been. So the episode 3 review will be up at the time of this airing. So you can go read that on IGN.com. Yeah, so I've liked it so far. I think that we're a little bit into the weeds with the autumn elections right now, because like this season's picking up in the middle of the autumn elections for the Elite 10 or whatever it's called. They have all these weird terms. But season 1 ended with like, oh, the preliminaries are over. Like Megumi comes in with the monkfish and it's awesome. And season 2 starts out and it's cool. And I thought the second episode was really successful in like marrying like the food. I mean, the ramen looked so good. I went out and I got ramen the next day. The ramen looked so good. And it was also a very good way of showcasing Megumi's cooking style, which her whole thing has always been like thinking about the person who's eating the food, and her broth is like subtle but powerful, versus Rio, which his food is like a punch to your face. So I thought the second episode was really successful, and then this third episode is between Secretary-chan and so pink-haired girl.
I always forget her name, yes.
I forget her name.
Secretary.
Secretary girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arina's
What they call her, too.
And
yeah, they call her Secretary San or something. Arina's like right hand, and Spice Man. I call him Spice Man.
Yeah.
He's the man with the nose.
Yeah.
I forget their names because like they're two more minor characters, and usually Food Wars handles the minor characters really well, and I think this episode was so focused on showcasing their personalities through their food that it lost sight of the food. I mean, so the theme was hamburgers.
I love hamburgers so much.
I didn't have a hamburger until I was 17, so I don't have like a.
How did that happen? Stop. How did that happen? You live in California and you live in LA. How is this possible?
My first hamburger was In-N-Out. I was 17, and it was a big day. It was a big important day in my life.
I think our friends in Food Wars need to go to In-N-Out.
They
figure out.
So Miranda and I were texting about this last night. I was like,
so angry.
I was like, if I had been the judge, I would have been like, look, I don't think you guys understood the instructions. Like, we're gonna get on a plane, or we're gonna fly to California, and you're gonna eat an In-N-Out burger. Or you're gonna come back and you're gonna try again, because Secretary-chan, her whole thing is medicinal plants, which is really interesting. And I like that in Food Wars, everybody has their specialty, and you get to see different kinds of cooking. But she makes this like turtle burger with a steamed bun.
It's a
weird.
steamed bun.
So the butchering of the turtle is cool. Like she kills this live turtle
I
and
was so sad.
butchers
Yeah,
it
that was
and like
turtle.
grinds the shell into a powder. And like I thought that all of that was really cool because she's like keeping this cool head when there's like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, none of it gets on her very pristine coat.
She's good. She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing.
Professional.
So I liked that part. She's like totally like butchering this turtle, and then she like makes this weird. It's not a burger. It's a steamed bun with turtle juice. Like, I was so upset.
Yeah, and there's that one point in the episode they say these are the requirements of a burger. Like he says what they are. It's like you have to have pickles and stuff. It's like no, burgers don't need to have pickles.
I know it was so weird. So I feel
It's better with pickles, though.
Yes.
Okay, quick side note. I was going to go grocery shopping. The grocery store ended up being closed, but I was on Pinterest looking for recipes.
Turtle burgers?
No, not for turtle burgers.
So that weird. What was wrong with me? I had like a stroke or
It's
something.
just
right
not
there.
a burger. It's so much so that you can't even say it.
I was looking for recipes, and I want to make like bento style lunch with because I have this really nice rice seasoning and I wanted to use it. So I was looking at bento on Pinterest, and I searched bento, and Western people on Pinterest clearly do not know what a bento is.
Yeesh.
So I feel a little less angry that Food
Sure.
Wars did not know what a burger was. Like, burgers need pickles. I'm like, okay, Pickles Man from SpongeBob, like, still no pickles.
It's hiding him under his tongue.
They're hiding him under his tongue. It's a seminal classic.
The anime.
But of all of the... So anime often gets burgers wrong. Shout out to Evan from Crunchyroll for the Burger Man.
We're gonna have to have a burger episode sometime.
Yeah.
With Evan.
I
Sounds
don't
good.
understand. Do you have to, in your guys' opinion, it has to be certain ingredients?
So
No, the show said, like in the show, Spice Man goes, there's 4 components of a burger. The patty, the lettuce, the bun, and pickles. And I was like, pick? Like,
Yeah, and so like it's just like a weird thing. But okay.
So I don't
that
think
aside,
a burger. So my idea of a burger is like the proper patty, and then you can do interesting things with the rest of it.
Yeah, like you
and
can,
like a
you
bun
can
is very important.
experiment with the patty too. Like there's turkey burgers and other things
Yeah,
too.
there's veggie burgers.
But like the bun
black
is
bean
such
hummus.
a big staple too. That like when he wraps it in a pita, it's like that's not a burger
Yeah.
anymore.
So anyway, Spice
that
Man.
is not a bun.
So going back to like the food.
I don't necessarily agree
This
with
is
that.
so
'cause they-
entertaining right now.
No, if you just put like white bread on top, like in between, that's not a burger anymore. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I
It's like
disagree. I think that's super narrow-minded. But
Like,
moving
I
on.
think
It's a whole fusion
I
thing.
know. I want to.
you know.
So you watched the episode also.
I did.
You haven't been as into Food Wars. I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
I actually like the competition now, and I like seeing more of the side characters because I have some problems with Soma. He rubs me the wrong way a lot of the time. So it's cool to see him finally have some like real competition. Now things are getting heated. So
Nice.
I actually like season 2 so far. I feel like there's a little bit
I
more
think-
on the line
Yeah,
right
I don't
now.
think we dislike season 2. It's just that we have a problem
Oh.
with their burgers.
No. I mean, like, we're harping on the burgers a lot. I actually didn't
Yeah.
hate the episode overall. I just personally, my whole thing is that the way they described the burgers, it's not even so much what was in the burger. The
Yeah.
way it was described did not make me want to eat it. And that's like the first time that's happened in my entire time watching Food Wars, aside from the peanut butter tentacles thing. In the first
way
episode.
back in the day.
That is the other time I did not want to eat. But even then, I was sort of curious. I was like, this, I was like looking at the lamb pita thing, and the turtle burger, and I was just kind of like, they're not making me want to eat this. And I think maybe that some of that was part of the point with the turtle burger, because she. Like the whole point was that she was too small with what she did. Like it was.
I mean, it's like also looking at the last episode, what happened with Alice. Like her bento was just so, she didn't understand what like the essence of a bento meant.
Yeah.
And like what she created was really cool and tasted great and innovative in her own way, but it wasn't like the essence.
Yeah.
And I think that's
But
kind
with
of
the pita
the same
burger,
thing.
that was thematically. Don't you guys think that was thematically correct? You have a Mediterranean dish, and so you would have a pita from that area. That makes sense to me. That's why I'm like, you know, when you say no, you can't have a pita thing. I'm like, yeah, but that was thematically correct.
I mean, but also one thing we want to see them do is like get out of their comfort zone and make something that is thematic with them, but you don't want that theme of that character to be everything. Like they still have to like work with what they're given as an assignment.
I'm sorry, I can't laugh. I just can't stop laughing at this whole like, situation. Burger Wars.
I really
Anime Club.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the pita burger was more true to the assignment. Like, I really have a problem with the turtle burger because like when she presents this burger with this pale steamed, but like I love like steamed pork buns, but she
Yeah.
presents this burger, and I'm like, that's not.
We should just all eat a burger after this. Is what
I
we should
really
do.
want-
I really
I
wanted
want
to
a
bring in.
burger.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring In and Out. And
This is how you
have
make a
time.
burger.
But like to really get to the point, I
Yeah, I
think
get it.
I think what lost me, like again, I didn't hate the episode. I
Sure.
thought it was fine. Like, I think what lost me is really it was dividing its attention between so many different characters. You have the biker guy, and you have
that's right, yeah.
Italian moon knife man, and I'm forgetting all of their names.
Yeah.
Aldini twins.
The
Aldinis?
Alduin, yeah.
Older Aldini bro.
But Moon Knife Boy,
Yes.
and Soma and Megumi and Secretary Chan and Spice Man, and it just gets to the point where I kind of lost track of like who am I supposed to care about this episode.
No, I totally agree.
And I sort of thought like I got to the point in this episode where I was like, all right, let's go to the final bit of this so we can move on. Like I want to get to the battle I care about. Like I don't care about these. I mean, I care about them to the extent that I think they're interesting characters and there's interesting things there.
I think they also didn't really want us to care that much because they showed so little of their battle compared to everybody else's.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was just like, yeah, they're happening. Goodbye.
Yeah. I think it was just a sort of a disjointed episode, and that was really my main problem with it. But it's just
agree.
fun to make fun of the turtle burger.
It wasn't memorable to me.
Yeah.
Last week's though, the week before.
The ramen one is so good.
But also that JoJo reference.
Yeah, the JoJo
That's
reference.
so good.
It's really good.
I was like,
no, I mean, this isn't
oh my
to
God,
say
that's
like
it. Best
stop
episode
watching.
of the season.
No, it's not like to say stop watching Food Wars. This was so bad. This
Oh,
is
you
just
know.
I think
like
we just really love burgers, and we were
I just
little.
I'm really
Oh,
hungry.
we care about Food Wars
I
a
didn't
lot,
have breakfast.
so.
I didn't have breakfast, and no, I think it's just I was a little let down by the episode.
Yeah.
So.
So let us know what you guys think about the burgers.
About burgers.
Where do you stand in this war?